Good morning, Lisa. Let me shut this door. Good morning, sexy grandma. Good morning. D Divas in the building. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning, Clarissa. Good morning. Beautiful name. I love that name. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today is January the 26th, 2022. Today, you guys, what is it, Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Boy. Sonia Joseph, good morning to you. Lisa Calhoun, good morning. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning to you. Yes, the Lord woke us up this morning. It's just a beautiful morning. You know, it's beautiful because we woke up. I've been up since, let me think, about 5 o'clock this morning. I woke up about 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm feeling this burst of energy. Have not had no coffee. Yeah, you see coffee up there, but I don't drink coffee. My husband drinks coffee whenever I'm making breakfast. And I don't make him breakfast every morning. I don't make him breakfast, but I used to make him breakfast like we just have certain patterns, trends when we do it. Like if our money's low or something, I'll start making him breakfast. If I have the breakfast items in the house, I'll make breakfast. If I don't, then I don't worry about it because he'll go out and he'll get him a muffin, egg McMuffin or something, or he'll get him a donut and coffee or something. He's not a breakfast eater like I am. I'm not a breakfast eater either. So we're kind of compatible, but he'll eat breakfast more than I do. But anyway, so yeah, but if I do make him breakfast, he likes the Folgers and, so I make sure I have everything. If he wants coffee and he likes his eggs over easy, and I mean, he'll eat a good breakfast, but we actually trying to lose weight and just be a little bit healthier this year. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the year. This is the year to do it, you guys. Hey, Lisa Taylor, good morning to you. Good morning. She's saying good morning to everybody. Make sure you come in, you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. And also, what else? No, just hit the thumbs up. That's all you have to do over here. So, most important meal is breakfast. I know. I know. I know it is because the reason why, and you know what? They say the reason why is it so it can get, your energy, you can get your energy from the food, which is your vitamins and your minerals and stuff. But breakfast, I mean, like, I'm more of a, you tell me if you guys are a salt and pepper or sugar person. I'm more of a butter, salt, pepper person. Like, I like my rice with salt and pepper and butter. I like my grits, salt, pepper, butter. I like, stuff like that with salt, pepper, and butter in it. I don't like butter and sugar on my rice or butter, like, I like oatmeal, but I just don't like sugar too much. I'm not a sweet eater. My husband is a sweet eater. I'm a salt eater. So if you sugar eater, put sugar in the chat. If you like salt, put salt in the chat. And that's my problem. My salt is my problem. I like tater chips. He likes zingers and zing zings and ho hos. I like salt. I like peanuts and, crackers, and I'm a salt eater. They look the same, but they're not the same. Either you like sugar or salt, and so breakfast is more of a sweets for me. And so that's why, I'll eat some scrambled eggs and some sausage, and some grits. That's a lot of salt. So, see, Monique, she says she likes salt. I love salt. And, wherever salt is, there's, water follows it. Wherever water is, salt follows it. So, you know, if we can get a lot of salt out of our lives, we'll lose a little weight. Lisa Calhoun, she loves that sugar. See, no sugar for me either. Yeah, yeah. Sugar, sugar is good. It's sweet and everything, but I just never been a candy addict. I can eat it, but I don't crave sweets. Every now and then I'll get me a Butterfinger or something, but I just don't crave sweets. She said, I like both. It depends. Well, what about breakfast, Lisa? What about breakfast? See, like in my breakfast, I want my breakfast to be salt. I need the sausage, bacon, the grits. You know what I'm saying? Scrambled eggs. I like that more than I like pancakes, syrup, and sugar. And I'll eat it, but it's not something I crave. Now, I think my husband, he likes the bacon, and he don't like sausage as much as I do. But he's a bacon eater. And then, like I said, he loves sugar. So it's just the most things people have to make a decision if they like salt or sugar. You either gonna have high cholesterol eating salt, or you're gonna have diabetes eating sugar. You're gonna have one or the other, because we like some flavor to our food. For breakfast, I like both, but I love my sugar. Oh, Lisa, you love that sugar. Hey, good morning, Kawana. Good morning, Wellborn. It's been a minute, been missing you. Oh, Kawana, how you doing? Good morning to you. So, you guys, I come on here when I'm doing a little workout, and we can have a little conversation. And so I'm working out a little bit. I don't know if you see I guess you don't see it. Anyway, it's no big deal. Good morning, Sonia. Sanja. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Sometimes I just have coffee for breakfast, but if I eat breakfast, it's salt. Okay. Good morning, loving God. Good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah. I went to bed early last night. I don't know how. After our live, we talked about the Tyrese Gibson young teen that came up missing yesterday. We talked about him yesterday. And then I was flooded with phone calls after the live, and I didn't think I was going to have any phone calls because it was just casual conversations and things, but there was a lot of concerns and everything. So I'm like, I guess people were just not happy with the outcome. Like, we got a lot. I was happy, but there's more to it, and I don't know to keep going with the story because they're getting ready to go to trial in July. Now, if they would have went in January, we would have kept swinging and going and going. So I'm thinking about, well, not every Tuesday, but every first of the month Tuesday would be good, because there's not a lot of information coming out, and you can't just keep going hard, and there's no information coming out. We need information. We need something to grab onto, something new, what's happening. We done went over all the information as possible as we could. And I don't know if you guys think we have. If you think that there's something else we need to go over, please let me know. Questions that, because we asking the same questions, we're getting the same answers, you know. And we done brought everybody pretty much as we possibly could find them. And, you know, they have to be a willing participant to come on. So we can't make them come on. So we speak, and there's some people that is not going to come on. They just want to be on the back scene, and it's no need for me to keep having a conversation with them if they're not going to speak up. Because I don't mind speaking about. I believe we need to do it once a month and cover news stories. Okay, yeah. Well, normally we don't even come on Tuesdays. You remember, Sanja? We don't even normally come on Tuesday, so it was really taking our, you know, like anything that came up. She said, we saying the same thing. Yeah, we're saying the same thing. I feel you. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. We've got 12 people in the building. We only got 5 thumbs up. Come on, you guys. Come on. If you go back out, hit thumbs up. Come on back in. We'll wait on you. Come on, you can do it. Support, you guys. Please, let's support each other. Come on. Don't let it be the statistics that they say. That's one thing, you know, like Christians, African American people, women, there for some unknown reason, we will not support each other. And I am all 3 of that: Christian, I'm African American, and and I'm a woman. And so I guess, you know, like I was told when I was younger that, and I know some of you families probably said some of this too. See, I wish I could speak like if I was another race, but I'm not, you know. I only know my race. Now, I can tell you about when I go to a Caucasian home, what I hear there and what I see there. And it is different. It's different. It's different. Thank you, D Diva. Thank ya. Thank you, everybody that went out and hit a thumbs up. You guys are great. Thank you. But we have to, even the little things that you guys think that's not important, yes, this is why we don't get far. And then we wonder why these things is happening to us and our people and our kids and stuff. It's because the things that we could do to make things better, we won't do it. And then we get mad at each other. We be like, why they ain't talking about that kid over there because he did color? No, because you don't support a channel that wants to, that would, that should, that can, and represent them the way that we need to be represented. Because who's better to represent than, you know what I'm saying? And then you get mad at these channels that don't. They, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, you wondering why we can't. We can't because our following group is too small. It don't even have to be small. Our followers don't follow directions and instructions. There's always a reason why they give you certain things that they want you to do to build your channel, to make your channel grow, to make your channel come up, you know. I don't see it. I don't know why, but trust and believe. You know, we're not asking for a dime. We're not asking for a penny. My daughter is calling me right now. I'm going to have to decline her. She's probably on her way to school. You know, it do be what it be. We as a race don't support each other. Yeah, we as women don't support each other. I kid you not. A man will come into this chat right now, and I guarantee you, everybody be like, the heck with SP. Juju Bean said. Okay. Oh, I was going to text her and say, okay. She didn't want nothing. She said, we have problems following the leader. Well, yeah, I don't know. My mother told me, and I don't know if some of you guys' mother told you, you know, when we were probably about 3 or 4 years old, I learned that I had 3 strikes against me already. And I'm looking at my mother. I'm confused. I'm like, hey, loving God, how you doing? Hey, Marsha, Gloria Bass is in the building. Good morning to you. She said, I'm running late. But, you know, could you imagine what 3 strikes that that she said, me too. I was told that too. What? Okay, I know y'all know all the 3 strikes. What are the 3 strikes? Name the 3 strikes that you were told that you had against you when you was a child. You're like, oh, was I born in the wrong family, the wrong race, and the wrong gender, the wrong what? But, I mean, everything was totally against me before I even got started. And my parents, my mother would tell me, you have to fight harder and stronger, and you have to be resilient, and you got to do 2, 3 times better. And I always thought that, and it was good that she told me that, and I remembered it, because when I do go into a job, or I do something, or parenting or whatever, I do think that I compare with my, counterparts, like, Christians or non-Christians, women, black women, and I even compare with white women, to be honest with you. And, hey, Teresa, good morning to you. And the thing about that is, I don't try to outdo them, because they got their life and I got my life, but it gives me a challenge to try to do some of the things that they do, and, it's just weird, because I'm going to tell you, it did hurt me in a little bit, but it did make me strong too. It hurt me a little bit because I already came out with a negative thought in my mind, like I'm not better, or I'm not good enough, and I was already going to be labeled or questioned, or, just turned down. But it also made me say, well, I want to prove her wrong. So if people don't like me because I'm African American, well, let me make sure I don't be late, because that's what they say, or make sure I don't be, ghetto or hoodish or whatever, and make me learn English so I can speak well, and let me learn their ways so I can be diverse. I can talk to them without being put down. And when I be around the people that look like me, I won't be talked about, which I was talked about. They were like, especially, being raised in Kansas, if I go down south, people be like, where you from? They go, where you from, girl? And I'll be like, what? What is you? Where you from? They don't finish their words at all. They just do not finish their words. It's where you from. I thought they said farm. Where you from? Oh my goodness. And then that, and the other. And I have a hard time trying to understand what they're saying. And then they get a little mad and angry with me, like, oh, you bougie. See, they done learn a word. Bougie. You bougie. No, this is not what bougie is. This just means I went to school. That's all. This just means I went to school, and the way that they spoke, if they speak to you that way throughout your life, you pick that up. So I don't pick up that they call it Ebonic and all this other stuff. Call it what you want, it just don't work for me. And I can call a job and ask about a job or something, and they're like, hey, why don't you come right on in? And I come in and they go, ooh. They was like, oh, you talk so elegant. And I said, well, thank you. And they do my daughter the same way, more than I, you know. But they confuse me that, you know, they don't use users in most of they don't use R's in most of their words either. Yeah, instead of saying for, they say fo. Yeah, they do. They say the dough. Like, girl, shut that door. Come here. Not here, but here. Come here. And my dog must be a southern dog, because I can tell him all the time, come here, and he looks at me like I ain't said anything. But when I say come here, he comes. So, you know, sometimes dogs are different race and genders also. I know y'all don't believe what I'm saying, but if you ever was a dog owner, certain dogs have certain ways, and some of it could be taught, most of it could be taught, but some of it, like, we've never spoke Southern to my dog. Should, but he really understands when we speak that Southern language, and I don't know where he gets it from. And just look at you now, classy lady, smart, very informative, just a great personality. So easy to like, love you. Oh, I consider myself just blessed, to be honest with you. I'm just blessed. It's like, sometimes in life, you look at this stuff in this world. Let me tell you guys something. I don't have a lot. You know, my car is in the shop right now. But I tell you what, I prayed all the way home. I prayed all the way to work. I prayed all the way home. And I passed my home to take the car to the shop. I prayed all the way to the shop. And then I called my husband and said, come get me. He was like, where are you at? I was like, I had to put the car in the shop. It's just not doing well. He was like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. It took him like 20 minutes, okay? You guys, I had time to do a whole bunch of stuff. Talk on the phone, chitter-chatter and everything. I was cold. I was like, I ain't going to start walking. But you know what? I wasn't going to complain about it. I ain't complain about it, because I thank God that I do got a car. I thank God I even know somebody that works on cars, and I trust him enough with my car. I thank God for the roof over my head, waking me up, food in my belly, food in the kitchen. I thank God for the healthy children I got and my grandchildren that I got. And I just thank him for everything. And there's the other stuff, which is negatives, that people would really say. I just don't speak on it. I don't put it in the atmosphere. So when you guys think I've got everything going on in my life, I just don't put it in the atmosphere. I don't let nobody pray that this happens to me or that happened to me, or you lost your job, or, you know, you lost your cat, or, you know, the neighbors is, you know, throwing trash in your yard. I just, you know, hey, if we're talking, we're just chitter-chatter. If it's a negative, trust and believe, I done thought of everything positive. And, you know, I pick up trash as I walk. It ain't even my neighbor. I don't know if they see it. Maybe that's going to be a blessing for me. I'm thinking of other people. I'm thinking of where I've got to live and what it looks like. You know, nobody got to tell me to get out there and go pick up some trash. If I see it and I'm passing it, I'm going to pick it up. If I definitely see a trash can, I'm going to pick it up. It don't hurt me to bend down, pick it up. It's going to help me, because that's a little bit of exercise I just did. Most of the time, we do things, we thinking we're doing it for other people, and actually it's only building you up, you know. My granddaughter just taught me that word. I was like, what are you saying? What word is that, Kawana? What word is that? Could you please tell me what the 3 stripes are on? I really don't know. Oh, really? Well, three strikes that my mother, that, she installed in me, bougie, bougie. Okay, that word bougie, yeah. We'll do some defining some words and stuff, but the three strikes, my mother was says, I was born African American. That's my first strike. People's not gonna like me. They're not gonna like me because I'm African American, And then she told me that they're not gonna like me, that I have another strike on me because I was a female. And I was like, wow. And she also told me they're not going to like me. There's really more than three strikes. It's actually about four. She told me that they wasn't going to like me because I was a Christian, Okay? And she also told me that, the world was going to not like me if I was educated. And these are all good things. So I don't know why the world don't like me because, I didn't have no say-so as far as, being born African American. And if I had some say-so, would I pick being African American? I don't know, you guys. I would love to probably see how the other side is. But I pretty much already know how it works. But I don't know, like from the inside. I see it from the outside how it works. But I would like to see how it works being on the inside. I see how it works on the outside. Yep, black, female, and smart. Yep. So, mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't know when they have the privilege. They know they got the privilege. Trust and believe. People act like they don't know when they got the privilege. They got the privilege, you guys. They got the privilege. But that privilege gets you in a world of trouble too. So I ain't tripping. Because you can do wrong and not know that you think wrong, you feel wrong, you believe wrong and everything. And you're like, oh, the world is all over me and I can't understand why. All this other stuff. And you know what? You could, if it really came down to the end of time, the end of the world, trust and believe, there's certain groups that's going to be survivors and there's certain groups that's not. So I have to look at things like as always a plus. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. That's when what your mother taught you when you were younger, saying that you're not going to be good enough for the world because the world's going to not like you because of these things. Well, I trust and believe. I've been a fighter all my life. I think anybody, that holds those three titles right there, African American and a woman and smarts, if you hold those titles right there, you have conquered a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be book smart. You can be worldly smart. There's some people in here that's not book smart where, they may not spell well. My spelling is not that great. I don't worry about it. It almost stopped me from becoming a nurse. It almost stopped me from becoming a private investigator. It almost stopped me from speaking, in churches and gatherings and things of that nature. Just because, I always thought, I see other people and how they speak. But you know what? I just started being myself. And you get what you get. If it's third grade, you get third grade. If it's fifth grade, you get fifth grade. But I guarantee you're going to get the real deal. You're going to get 100 over here. You ain't going to get nothing puffed up or trying to be something that they ain't. Because I'm just not. When I went and took my chemistry class, it was in Wichita State University. If you guys don't know, look it up. It is a top university. We always go to the number 4 in basketball and everything. But that's the school, the university I went to. Anyway, I called my professor for chemistry and I said, I have no clue what you're talking about here. And he was like, this is one of those classes, I can't remember what they call them, but you only go to school like once a week and then you watch these videos that comes on TV and stuff. It was a telecast or something like that. That's what they call it. You take the class and then you go to school and then he's supposed to explain things and stuff. So he gives us assignments and I couldn't understand it. So I called him up and he was like, read your book, read your book, read your book. I mean, if that's what you're going to tell me, why don't you just say, well, you call me and just leave a message on your answer machine. If you're calling about the assignment, read your book. Because you telling me to read my book, don't you think I read my book before I called you? Because I just want to know what really is your job function. And when I need to ask you a question or explain it to me, or maybe he was like, well, just read your book, you'll get it. So I wasn't getting my chemistry. I just wasn't getting it. And so I said, what am I going to do? I don't want to fail chemistry. And if anybody knows me by now, you guys know meds are my number one. Like, that's what I major in is meds. But, so what I did was I put a notice on the board, one of the community boards in school, and I reached out for someone to, if they took the class of chemistry or they understood chemistry, okay, I need a tutor. I will pay you to come and tutor me. And some young lady called me and she says, I know chemistry real well. Actually, I'm going to school to be a teacher. What is it that you need to know? And I said, what do you mean? I don't know anything about chemistry. So we got this assignment. She says, I meet you in the library at such time. It's $20 an hour. I said, fine. So she says the minimum is, you pay for 3 hours, which is $60. And she said, I can get you right where you need to be. I said, okay. I met the young lady. She was Caucasian and everything. I think I was around about 38 at the time. And she was what, like 20, 21? See what I'm saying? You can't be too bougie to ask for questions or too prideful to ask for questions. Ask questions if you don't understand something. The professor wasn't going to explain it to me, so I met the young lady at the library. I said, I have no clue what he's talking about in the classroom, and I don't want to fail. I do want to become a nurse one day. And these are my prereqs. I took my prereqs at the Wichita State University. I know it's harder to take them at the university, but trust and believe, when the Lord tells you you can do something, just do it. Make them phone calls. And I've learned a lot from all races, you guys. That's why I've never been a prejudice or anything. And it's just, we all have different colors. And, some people don't like certain people. And you got to understand, people are just born however they're born. And it's okay. And, if you were in their shoes, would you take the privileges? You think you won't, but it's embedded in you. You know what I'm saying? It's breeded in you as you grow. It's breeded in you, just like your African American culture is breeded in you. It's not a bad thing, but it's just you can't really overcome it, really, unless you were born one color and was raised in with another color. You guys understand what I'm saying? If you don't, that's cool. I'll try to, the Lord always bring this two together at the end of the conversation. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But my experience is, just being in homes and seeing how they function and stuff. But anyway, in college, she walks in. She gets to start telling me, look at your book and this, that, and the other. This AU means this, and stuff like that, and this, that, and the other. And within like 10 minutes, this chick explains to me in 10 minutes how to understand chemistry. And I'm like, oh my God. And she says, do it again. And I do it again. I said, I don't know what I just did. She said, just do what I told you to do. I did what she told me to do. I mean, it was as simple as pie, you guys. I kid you not. It was simple like boiling eggs. It was simple like making rice. It was simple. It was so simple. It was just the stupidest thing. It was like so simple. And I was like, that can't be it. And she was like, yeah, that's it. I said, no, he did. She's like, just do that when you go to the class. Every time when you go to the class, you follow that formula and you're going to be right every time. And that helped me for me to be in my meds, be like 100. I took meds like 3-4 times, you guys, just because I couldn't believe it. And every time I took it, I got an A. It was that simple. But the teacher didn't make it seem that simple. They made it seem like it was hard and I was dumb and just read the book like I wasn't reading the book and things of that nature. You understand? So, you have to be happy and prideful in your own skin. Whether you're white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, whatever, it's all right. You've got something to do, and it's for you. Now, she said it was like that in the biblical times. Yeah, fam, I'll be back. All right, loving God. Got to make a run. Starbucks. Okay, get that coffee. So, I went to school and I started doing what she did. We had a test come up. Bingo, got an A. Next week, bingo, got an A. Bingo, I took an F. No, I don't think I was at an F yet. I think I was at a D. So I took a D and I moved all the way up to a B. When we did our finals, I moved it up to an A. You guys, I was failing chemistry. But chemistry helped me to understand the meds. Because you got to do a lot of math with meds. You got to change your milligrams to your kilograms. And then you got to change sometimes you got to change your milligrams to milliliters. And then you got to change your milliliters to cc's. And then you guys understand what I'm saying. And what I didn't understand at the time, if anybody's going to nursing school, is milliliters and milligrams is pretty much the same things. The only thing different from milligrams and milliliters, like she was explaining to me, one's a solid and one's a liquid. Milligrams is a solid. What I mean by solid, you guys know what I mean by solid. It's something that you can measure dry, like salt, sugar, flour, and milliliter is more of a liquid. You have to measure it by liquid. Same thing, you guys, okay? So that's for anybody that's going through that program right now. But anyway, so if he would have told me that, I would have been like, get out of here. No. Yeah, after she explained to me, and then you need your conversion table, because a cup of flour is a little different from a cup of sugar. A cup of oil. You know what I'm saying? But there's a different conversion. Once you get the conversion table, and they'll tell you what the conversion table is, you'll understand it. Anyway, you guys, I was just talking about that stuff a little bit to get off my mind. I was looking at this case. I think we're going to talk about it today. I don't know. It happened 2 weeks ago, and I hate to pull it from 2 weeks ago, but I think it needs a little bit of awareness because what's done happened. And so, do you guys want to hear about the case this evening? And I'll post it around about 4 o'clock so you guys can go. When I usually post what the chat's going to be about, that's so that everybody has a fair chance to go dig, get all the information that you can on that case, any updates and everything, so you can come in and we all can come and say, I don't want to come in going, hey, you guys, there's a child come up missing 2 doors down from me. Okay, you guys, let me tell you about it. No, I feel, and this is just something that the Lord has given me. He given me this a couple of days ago. Normally, I just come and I put up the post around about 4:30. Open up the room 4:30 so everybody can say hi, how you doing, what's going on, do. So in the last couple of times, the Lord basically said, you know what? You picked out this case, or actually he picks out the case. I don't pick out the case. He just give me insight. And so you said you want to cover that case? Okay, post it so everybody can go take a look, follow, find information on it so they can come in and we can all conversate about it. Because that's only fair. And so we're going to start doing that. Now, I can't tell you I'm going to do it all the time because even trying to post at 4:30, sometimes I just don't have enough time. But until I get my car back, I got time, you guys. I got time. So I'll post it about 4 o'clock. That gives you a whole full hour to go get all the information that you can, bring it to the chat room, and share. Because I'm not going to find all the information. I can't find all the information by myself. We got good searchers in here and everything. And in that way, some people usually call me and then they get the scoop. So we're going to start doing it like that. Maybe that'll help out. Because some people be like, I'm lost. What are we talking about? What's going on? Well, at 4 o'clock, that you'll know exactly what case we're talking about. This case is, I think it's coming out of Detroit. But like I said, I will post it at 4 o'clock so that if you find any information on it, bring it on in so that we can hear. Because it is a very sad case. I want to talk about it because the child is passed away. And the last update I read that the mother is, I think she's charged or something. But I want to get off into it. And sometimes I like to put the case out there and then somebody come in and so they can tell us what all they heard, what all they read, and what's going on. Okay? Because sometimes when I going through it, I don't see it. I would like to view it. Okay, I'll put it up exactly at 4 o'clock. You guys, let's just try to do this on Wednesdays so that, because Fridays is our update time. That's what you guys want to do on Fridays. Y'all wanted to do updates and stuff. So let's try to do that on Wednesdays, like Mondays and Wednesdays. I'll put it up at 4 o'clock, so that gives you guys time. It might even be up way before 4 o'clock. Yeah, I might put it up way before 4 o'clock. I'll make a nice thumbnail for it. I'll put it up before 4 o'clock, and that gives you enough time to dig, do a little research, look on Facebook, find what you can find. Everybody be looking and stuff, so you can come in and be knowledgeable about what we're talking about. I'm thinking that is something that we need to, integrate into our chat, because I liked it the other day. I think it was Monday we did that. We did it Monday, and it went pretty good. Posting it before the lives helps. Plus, if families see YouTube, they may come in. Exactly. Yeah. I'm always thinking. I'm always open for ideas. I'm always, that's why I don't really watch TV. Is because I just kind of, I sit back and I think, and I can't think without God. So I give all glory to Him that He gives it to me. No, you good. And you're right, because last Monday we posted a little bit early, and then people from Detroit, they came in the building, and we was like, whoa, yes. And, so they'll be prepared and ready for it. And then I think we'll start reaching out a little bit, earlier than that. Right now, we're just trying it for me. Like I said, I might put it up way before 4 o'clock Central Time. I might put it up a couple hours before because I know what we're going to do. She said, I'm in the D. All right. Yes, Sanjoa said, yes, Monday, I knew more. Yeah, you felt a little bit more comfortable too, didn't you? You felt comfortable, like, just we wasn't telling you whatever, and then you be like, oh. I mean, you felt a little bit more comfortable, didn't you? I just need to know because it seemed like it worked and it helped, and it seemed like more people were more into looking it up for themselves, finding that information, and so people would call in. I want people to be engaged, inactive, or active actually, active in the chat. You can't ask somebody to be active and they just come in and they don't know what you're talking about. You like, oh, did y'all hear this boy got hit with the hammer in the head? They be like, no, really, I'm gonna have to go look it up. No, we should come in there knowing what we're gonna talk about. Everybody digging it in. Yes, Detroit came in the building. Yes, they did. They came in the building. And you know what? They were very nice too. They were very nice. Somebody even came in and was like, I'm scared to say anything because I have to live here. Yeah, but we can say something. We gonna say it all. And they were thanking us for even bringing it up. And, you know, because a lot of these cases, they don't get heard across state lines. They just don't, you guys. I wouldn't have known Zion Foster came up missing and all of that. Hey, Avalanche. Yes, we were deep in the chat. Yes. It was lovely. It was nice. I loved the interaction. We were knowledgeable. Yes. That's why I said we might even have to go more than an hour before just so everybody can, you know, have some kind of idea of what to look for and stuff. And if they don't have time, they can always come in and sit down and because we know, you know, we going to look. Because if there's a case and there's a family that says, I appreciate you, why don't you keep it up? Or could you just keep talking about my child, and maybe somebody will say something. We're going to be on it for a minute, just like we did on the Tyrese case, you guys. We're going to be on it. Hopefully something comes out of it. If nothing comes out of it, we got, we can only do what the Lord gives us the materials to do it with. I'm not going to get mad because the person that needed to hear it didn't hear it. I'm only going to do what he tell me to do. I'm not going to be worried about it if somebody didn't call in, or somebody didn't turn this in, or go call the police. That's not my job. My job is to do what he told me to do. You know? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. It's just like when you raise your kids. You don't know what your kids going to be when they grow up, but I raised them. You know? They might be an astronaut. They might be a crackhead. I don't know what they're going to be when they grow up. You never know. You think you raised the right kid, the best kid and everything, and then that kid turns on you. They normally, the way you raise them, they'll return though. But the Bible didn't tell us that they were going to stay the way that you raised them. But so I believe in that. Hey Valerie, how you doing? I called you this morning. You must have been still asleep, sweetheart. I was calling to check on you, see how you was doing. But our time is different, so I know when I called you, it was probably 3 o'clock in the morning for you. But you must have been asleep. You say you stay up, honey. You don't stay up like I stay up. I have to stay up even on days I don't work nights because I want to keep everything together. Family appreciate us keeping their family members' name alive. Yeah, they do. They do. And that's all we ask. We ask for them to just, we try. We try. And that's what we do. We keep the awareness out there that, something's not right. Because nobody wants their kid to been done died and that's it. Think about it. Nobody changed, nobody knows, nobody say nothing. Because I guarantee you, if something happened to my kid, I will vow that I will continue to talk about kids. Nothing's ever happened to my kids. My kids are all here. But I'm just saying, I don't have to wait for something to happen that now, I know how to have a channel. And now I'm talking about how people are mistreating their children. We made a little video. It's not going to do big numbers. It's just not, you guys. And it's about all the kids that came up missing in Detroit. We did it over there on TikTok. And this is just for January 2022. Now, if you really think I said January, what month is this? January. What year is this? 2022. So you're telling me there's a whole handful, a whole bunch of kids missing in Detroit right now? Yep, that's what I'm telling you. It's a whole bunch of kids in Detroit right now missing just this month alone. And I mean, it's crazy. It was a page and page and page. And I'm like, nobody's going to know about this because I wouldn't have known. This kid's missing, that kid's missing. And there was a kid missing the day I was making it. I was like, where's all these kids going from? Where they going? Who's taking the kids? What are they doing to them? All these kids can't be runaways. People are acting like these black little kids' lives don't matter. I don't know, you guys. Something strange is happening. I mean, it was one, maybe two Caucasian, one little mixed baby. But 95% of the people are missing are African American. You guys, something's got to be going on. Something's going on. And they're not finding these kids. And yeah, 90% of them are women or young girls. Age, they're around about the weight of about 110. Why is all these kids missing? I ain't never seen so many kids missing in one state in 1 month. I take some of them ran away. Some of them being a little fast. But you guys, no. Now all these kids are missing because they're runaways. You can't make me think that. Would my daughter run away at that age? No. Now, they will get smart and I know what they doing or whatever. But just not come home and you 13, you 14? No. I didn't, I don't know, you guys. Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing? Diane, how you doing? Freddie's in the building. Soldier Girl. Oh, I didn't see Soldier Girl. I'm sorry. What's going on? I don't know what's going on, you guys. I mean, it's a lot of kids missing. And they just put them on the missing thing. You don't even hear nothing from the news about these kids. You take the trash out and disappear. Exactly. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get off of here in a minute. I think my husband's getting up. But I'm going to be honest with you. This didn't used to happen before, and I don't know what's done really changed. I know people's like the times has changed because, even people killing their kids, it's just, I don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, I have no clue. Like, I don't know, you guys. I'm going to have to say, some people be like, ain't nothing changed. We the same. No, we're not. No, we're not. You can't tell me this. When I was growing up, all these kids wasn't missing every day. Every day there's a kid. Boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about, they be like, oh no, now you can hear about it because of the internet. Man, let me tell you something. It's never going to change. The more, the quickest way of communicating is always going to be word of mouth. I don't care how fast the speed of light is. I don't care how fast the internet is. Word of mouth. And guess what? Word of mouth is a little bit more powerful than internet and YouTube and Facebook and Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram and Ding-a-dong and all of that. Word of mouth. Because if I tell you something negative about a thing, I'm still using my mouth. You take out the trash, yeah. They're being kidnapped, killed, sex trafficked. The government doesn't care about the black people, period. No, they don't. Good morning, Tina. Good morning to you. Gloria says a baby died here about 2 days ago. Allegedly, the baby's father rolled over and smaller than brought sleeping. That's possible, though. Neighbors watched out for one another. Yeah, they did. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know. You guys, we got 3.5 minutes left, and I'm going to get off of here. Hi, Diane. Good morning to you. I don't know what's going on with these kids. Hey, hold it up in there. Misprint. He suffocated the baby, rolled over while he was sleeping. Yeah, that's doable. It's very hard it's not hard to sleep and suffocate a baby, you know? The news might show a 10-second clip and you will never hear of it again. Exactly. Exactly. Maybe it's a demand for organs. Maybe so, because, if you get them while they like 13 or 14, 15 years of age, they ain't signed the thing that they going to give their organs away or not. So if they can get them, and then they could go to the parents, and they be like, okay. Because they went to my mom, and they was like, my brother had an aneurysm. And they kept my brother alive. And they said, well, when they cut off the machine, he's going to die. And the first thing they say to my mom is, would you like to donate his organs? My mother said, heck no. They was like, but it can help somebody else. He can still live. And you know what? At the time, I didn't know. I was really upset with my mom because she did that, because I thought that if they kept him on it for a while, maybe he'll come out of it or something. Because some people have done that. They have kept their people on the ventilator or breathing machine, whatever you want to call it. And then 4 or 5 months later, they were in a coma or something. But 4 or 5 months later, or a year later, they wake up. They might be a little damaged or something, but they wake up. They may not remember everybody, but they wake up. And so, but my mother said, go ahead and pull the plug. So I think I was a little bit upset about that. And then, you guys didn't know this, but January the 23rd is the anniversary for me, because that's when I had my aneurysm. It was 12 years ago, in 2010. My brother died January the 23rd also of an aneurysm in 2000. Did you guys hear me? Yeah. Anyway, we got 1 more minute, you guys. Be good, be blessed. Make sure you smile at somebody today. I will post what we're talking about. I will probably post it around about 3 o'clock, you guys. So hopefully you guys will do a little research so you know what we're talking about. I don't know what's going on with this world. And then there was this other case. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, but I'm not going to post that. But I will tell you about it. A mother was found dismembered all over her house. And 4 kids. And she has 4 kids. And I guess the boyfriend must have dismembered her and put her body parts all over the house. Unbelievable. It wasn't a child story, but it was something that just kind of got in my heart. But anyway, yes. You guys, I don't know what this world is coming to. Everybody think that this is normal. You better be careful when people's like, oh yeah, Like, if it don't shock you, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. That's why I came on here and, did this live this morning. because it just makes me sad. That some woman's boyfriend done dismembered. So he literally had to just chop this woman's up. Chop her arm off, chop her head off, chop her foot off, put them in bags all over the house. They're in the attic, they're in the basement, they're in the garage, they're under the bed, they behind the refrigerator. Well, he think they wasn't gonna find her? They brought them dogs out there to the house and they did what they did down there in Houston. They laid down. He must have thought that the dogs was tired or something. But why would you chop her up? Told her best friend, oh, I ain't seen her in 4 days. Yeah, you probably ain't seen her in 4 days because 4 days ago you chopped her up. People are crazy, you guys. And I wouldn't want to date. No, I wouldn't want to date again for nothing in the world. I'm serious, you guys. He had to have been out of his mind. Yes. And there was a baby in the house. We don't know where the other 3 kids is, but I know there was a baby still in the house when they found all the body parts. I mean, why you didn't... I mean, here's the thing. I'm not a criminal, but if I'm going to chop your body up, I'm not going to hide it in my house. Oh, I'm going to take it to another state or whatever. I'm not trying to tell nobody how to do something, but I'm definitely not going to just put you around my house. Yeah. She had 3 other kids. It's 4 all in all. Right. Exactly. Exactly, you guys. So that's going to be the second part of our conversation this evening. So I want you guys to, if you want to find some information out on that, find that. And the only thing you got to do is Google mom dismembered Fountain House, and it will give you, you can find out what her name was and what state and all this other stuff. And that'll be our second half, okay? All right, you guys, I'm going to get on off of here. Thank God he didn't touch those children. Exactly. Exactly. See, Kawana, you thought of something good out of that whole situation. And that's what I like about you. Marsha says, Detroit, you guys. It's out of Detroit. Detroit is off the chain right now. I would not want to live. I always want to visit Detroit because I've got a couple of friends in Detroit, but I don't want to visit my friends there. But I am so scared but I want to visit there because it's terrible. But Chicago's terrible too. But they say Chicago, I wouldn't even come out of my room because we had to stay at the hotel when we was visiting Jesse Jackson. I wouldn't even come out of my room. They was like, Jesse Jackson want to take you out and on the town. I was like, I ain't even open up this door. Y'all ain't kidding me. Please. I'm so scared. When I first went to Chicago, I kid you guys not, that was the first state I've ever went to. That's when the comedians was on. David Chappelle. He was on live every night in Chicago. And here where I am, I ain't never seen him on live like that. Every night he was on TV. And the commercials were African American. I mean, it was, and then when I turned on the news, it was homicide over here, death over there, found this over here, in the back of the alley this, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like 7, 8, 10 people got shot. I'm like, what the heck? Here where I live at, we might get 1 or 2 a month. 1 or 2 shootings a month. People get killed twice a month, That's it. Not every day. Think that's Chicago. So now think if you was in Detroit, they say it's 10 times worse than Chicago. Now I like Chicago. It's beautiful there. I would not want to live in Detroit. I would want to go visit, get on the plane, visit, stay at a room, go around, look at some things. Maybe one of these days, me and my husband will probably be able to get up there because I want to see it before I go. I want to see Detroit before I go. I done been down south and everything. I done been, my husband been more places than I've been, but it really don't matter. I still, I want to go places that I've never seen before. And I'm trying to get him into that too. He likes traveling like I like to travel. And when we travel, oh my God, I don't care. Like, he's used to travel. You got to have money. I'm like, hey, let's just rock it. Let's just go. He'd be like, but we ain't got no money. I'd be like, we can make it. He'd be looking at me crazy. We was in New York with no money, you guys. I kid you not. He'll tell you. He'd be like, we ain't had $200-300 between us. I kid you not. We landed in New York. We was like, we got the plane ticket. We got the room that's in New Jersey. Let's just do it. Let's go. When we got up there, oh my God. The first problem we had, let me get off of here, but the first problem we had when we got ready to check our suitcases in at the airport, they charged us for our suitcases. So that took like $60-70. And he looked at me, and I'm looking at him like, oh my God, here we didn't have a car set up or nothing because they told us you don't need a car in New York. So when we got off that airplane in New York, he was like, now what? He looking at me, I'm looking at him. Oh my God, you guys. But I tell you what, that was one of the best times I had being in New York. I kid you not. We had the best food ever. And we got to go see the Statue of Liberty there. And then we went and seen where the Twin Towers were. Actually, we were there 9/11 because that was my birthday gift for my husband. His birthday's 9/11, and I told him we're going to New York. And I saved up for like a whole year. And we got it too. We went there too. And he would tell all his friends and stuff. It's like, what are you going to do? He was like, my wife keeps telling me she's going to take me to New York. I saved a whole year. I mean, I had my little piggy bank and everything. I put my change in there. And it bought the tickets. And then we just used the credit cards for our room. But, yeah. And if anybody knows anything, whatever credit card you use, take it with you because you can't use a credit card and then go and then you get there, they're going to say, well, we need to see the credit card that you used. And it just so happened I had that credit card, but if I wouldn't have had it, we would have been out of luck. So anytime you go out of different states, make sure whatever credit card you use to secure where you're going to stay at, make sure you have that credit card on you. All right, you guys, I'm going to get on off of here. She in Baltimore City, we are 34. Oh, we are 34. It is beautiful here in Detroit. The crime rate is just high. Our downtown is beautiful and our river walks is gorgeous. I bet it is. Y'all got Michigan down there. The tire man down there too. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you guys at 5 p.m. Central Time. Look out for when we post on there the thumbnail of what we're going to be talking about so you guys can interact and be in the conversation. Be good and be blessed. Be nice to each other. Bye. You too. Have a great day, Kawana.